Hello there everybody and welcome back to Tomb Raider. I went ahead and from our bonfire I just traveled across Shantytown and I kind of put myself right in front of our objective. I figured I would just cut out the extra time by not making the trek just because we kind of already collected a lot of stuff in the last video. I think there's a couple more things around here to collect, so I might just take a quick look. But as promised, we are going to move on and we're going to kind of work on our next set of objectives. Obviously, the first one is to breach this gate, which should be easy for us to do with our axe, or not. Correction, would have been easy for us to do with our axe if the Solari didn't decide to ambush us. So, again, just like when we first entered the area, we are going to be met with quite a few different enemies. Different variety of enemies. We've got some melee guys, we've got some with bows, we've got some coming up to us. Some shield enemies. But just take your time. One at a time. Whatever your weapon of choice is. I quite like the assault rifle myself because I'm not a great shot. And again, I am also very, very impatient, so... Keeping in mind, of course, that you got all that cover that you can use if you need. They've put out some nice, convenient explosive barrels for us as well to use. You get a little bit of a breather and then they send more at you, so just kind of catch your breath there. And we should have an opportunity to loot all of these guys once it's all said and done. Alrighty, let's get to looting. So we can see there that that upgrade I bought in the last video, the dodge counter, was insanely useful because those shield enemies came up and they were trying to attack me. I was able to dodge and then I was able to incapacitate them instantly with an arrow to the leg. So that's a really, really nice upgrade to have. And there's also an achievement for incapacitating 25 different enemies using that upgrade. So that's something to keep in mind if that's something you're interested in. Pretty sure I looted all of those bodies, so what I'm gonna do first is get rid of that cloth so that I'm able to move this, and then we'll move this and actually open up the gate. Alright, perfect. So we have another campfire here. We're not able to fast travel from this one, but if you didn't take the time to do anything, any upgrading, you can do that there if you'd like to. We can see in the background there that it appears to be another survivor. The Solari were chasing somebody, so maybe it's one of our friends. Maybe one of our friends managed to escape. Here we have another effigy. And again, if I've missed anything, I will go back for it later. There was a ton of stuff back on that first screen of Shantytown that I didn't grab, so we'll definitely be making a return trip. There's only 5 of them and they're relatively easy to spot, so if I do miss something, it'll probably just be 1 or 2 of them. And our other challenge hasn't started yet, so we'll keep an eye out for that one as well. Here's another journal from Matthias. Matthias has fashioned himself a cult of true believers. What better way to justify moral bankruptcy and violence? I don't know, Laura. I think these people are just crazy. I don't think you can rationalize with these people. But then again, like I mentioned, Matthias has been here for a very, very, very long time, so he must know something that we don't. I mean, despite the fact that he's crazy, don't get me wrong, he has survived this whole time.
Oh my god.
And he does seem to know quite a bit about the Sun Queen. So we did see a journal entry from Grim earlier. He must be roaming around the area.
Grim!
And he's obviously giving the Solari a bit of a tough time. So we can hopefully reunite with him, and he can give us the story of what he's been up to and how our friends are doing. Good to see him giving them hell. Good to see it's not just me, for once.
Not a chance, you bastard.
So here we go again, another large encounter of Solari. This is kind of tricky because you have a couple of them ziplining down. Eventually you've got guys throwing dynamite at you, and you only have this very small area to kind of maneuver. Now mind you, this cover system never gets damaged, so at least they don't take that away from you. But this can be challenging if you're trying to take them out and dodge at the same time. But again, I think patience is the key here, just kind of focusing on one target at once, not staying out in the open for too long, and really watching where they throw the dynamite, because that can be really, really dangerous if you're not careful. Again, using whatever your weapon of choice is. I'm gonna go ahead and use the handgun just for fun. I fucked that up. Awesome. I'm gonna try and use my dodge counter. Just because, I don't know, I really like that. It's just so fancy. I think it's a little bit more interesting than just shooting them in the face, like I normally do on a regular day basis. And there shouldn't be many of them left now. We've got a couple of them, I think. They just don't know when to give up. Now, what's funny is you can actually get them to be hit by their own dynamite. So sometimes if they go to throw a piece, but you manage to hit them before they do, they'll drop it and they'll blow themselves up. Or, as you could see there, they threw dynamite at me, but it hit their buddy instead. So you can definitely use the environment to your advantage. How many of these guys do they have? Like, how many of you have I killed? Really? Just don't know when to quit. I guess that's it. The music's... Okay, I was gonna say the music's still going, but I don't see anybody.
You're alive!
Just barely. Where are the others?
Still locked up inside, but I know where they are. Get up here, and we'll get them out together.
I can't climb up there from here.
Ah, damn it. Well, they got some kind of setup for hauling cargo. Maybe you can use it to come around the other side.
All right. I'm on my way.
So once again, Lara's got to take the hard way around. We can't just climb up that ladder that they destroyed. We now have to take the most inconvenient route humanly possible. A couple of more things to collect here, but I'm gonna take my time and loot all of the bodies. Again, a really good opportunity to pick up some salvage and ammo and whatnot, so... With all the guys I killed, I need some sort of reward for doing so. And there should be a couple up here. Or not. Alright. Well, in any case, we came up here because there's also this little device here, which I think is like a siren or something like that. And that is our next challenge. There's 5 of those spread throughout the next area, or sorry, 4 rather. So we have to destroy those as we come across them. So go through this hole in the fence that I destroyed, and I can pick up a couple of things here. We have a cache. I don't think there's anything over here, no. A couple of caches, I think. There's a relic here.
This inroad was probably used by a military commander to carry official orders and seals.
There's also some animals around here that you can kill if you want. There's some chickens roaming around. There's a couple of boars. So again, if you want that additional experience and whatnot, you can do that. We'll just have a quick look around just to make sure we don't miss anything, and then we will move on and get to climbing. This game sure loves its climbing. There's got to be something over here. I could see something shining. Must be a cache. There it is. And then from here, we can now begin our climb. Wait for that first. Make sure it doesn't land on my head and crush me. So here we go. We need to get to where Grim is so he can tell us where our friends are. I guess that Alex and Reyes and Jonah are being held captive. Roth is still free because obviously we just spoke to him, and we still, to my knowledge, have no idea where Sam and Whitman are. And as we can see here, we have our final effigy. So these ones weren't too hard to find. They were put in nice, sort of convenient locations for us. And we have finished our laid to rest challenge. Here is another alarm. Half done that challenge already. I think I just hopped up, but I'm gonna hop down because I heard some enemies. So I want to be able to use this cover if I need it. I'll take care of these guys up here. So I'm gonna fight these guys at a distance. They'll probably make their way to me if I give them the chance, but I'm gonna try to just kind of pick them off one by one. 'Cause you're in my way. If you'd be so kind as to move, that would be great. Thank you. Loot these bodies and then have a look around. Oh, there's more. I hear them. On the other side, it looks like. Seriously, they don't know when to quit. Like, I wonder if this is under order of Matthias, you know, like, take out the outsiders. Because you think word would travel that, you know, holy shit, there's literally a female Rambo slaughtering all of our men. Maybe it's not a good idea to try and take her out. Call me a coward, but if I was a Solari, I would just turn the other cheek. What Matthias doesn't know won't kill him. Because how is he gonna know, right?
This gold lacquered inroad contains writing implements and dried ink. Likely the possession of a court scribe or historian.
So there's all of our relics in this area. Another relic set completed for 500 easy experience. And we should be coming up on another campfire soon, which is going to be a really good opportunity for me to kind of call it quits for this episode. Ah, shit. I didn't see that guy on the side. I was going to hop over here and avoid these guys. But I think that's it. Walked right into that guy, but luckily I didn't suffer too much from it. Didn't take a lot of damage, took them down without any sort of problem. And now, as you can see, we can grab on here, and this is going to allow us to get over to the other side. However, I am not ready to do that yet. Oh, that's interesting. They have another effigy right above the secret tomb. Even though we've completed our challenge, I wonder if that is like an additional one that you could bring down for the challenge. That's interesting. Just noting things in the environment. Let's see, how do I get to my fire? Should just be able to follow a path and make my way down. Over here across the river. Okay. Perfect. So this is our other camp from where we can fast travel from. So now we've mostly gone from one end of Shantytown to the other, and so now we have the opportunity to explore both ends of it and fast travel quickly so that we can kind of collect things in the most efficient way possible. So I'm going to worry about exploring this part of Shantytown in a little more detail in the next video. I want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.